Alrighty. So first off, I just want to say thank you guys for coming on. I kind of want to talk, like I said, I wanted to bring up the whole leadership aspect, bring up some leadership points and things to focus on, and just some things that I feel is important for running a business if you're going to run this. So just to talk a little bit about where I was and where I wanted to be and what I did. This is going to be very quick. Most of you guys know my story, but for me, I was someone who was obese. I was stressed. I was depressed. I didn't feel like there was really anything that was going for my life. Like I kept feeling like I failed at every aspect of my life. And I didn't want to be that way. But what I did was I kept seeing everybody else's life on Facebook, and I was seeing their movie reels, and all I did was sit there and complain. I complained over and over and over, and it wasn't until I realized that until I do something for my life, nothing is going to change. I can sit there and be jealous. I can sit there and talk about everybody else. I can sit and wonder why all this bad stuff keeps happening to me and why it doesn't happen to other people. Or I can make a change in my life. And that's kind of what I did. I started working on health and fitness. Lindsay found me because, I had back surgery January of 2010, and I wanted to be there for my family. So Lindsay found me, tried to quit on her probably a good 10 times when I first started. And I've been a coach for almost 5 years. So if that tells you anything, it's normal to feel overwhelmed. It's normal to feel frustrated. And even if you've been a coach for how long, you can turn around and decide to make a change in your business and in your life and make something happen for yourself. So, and that's kind of what I did. There's moments in my life that I'm like, I let my mind get to me. As I always say, our greatest disability is our mind. But you have to make a decision to go all in, to stay consistent. That's what's going to help you. All right. So let's talk about complexity is the enemy of execution. And what I mean by that is, how many of you guys feel like there's so much going on in this business and it's like, we could be here and here and here and here, and we really overcomplicate the whole process of what it is to be a coach and what it is to do a coach. And what we need to do is we need to keep things simple. That's the number one thing, is keep things simple. Like, this business is simple. And that's from Christina Delgado. She talks about how this business is simple, but it's hard work. So we know that we're going to be working hard, but it really is simple and basic when it's bringing it down to the basics of the business, which is your 4 vital behaviors, working on yourself for 2 of them, and then building relationships with new people and praising people. So it's awesome because all those things, if you guys, let me ask you this, if you guys, let's say you have a loved one and you get them on as a coach and you know that they are, number one, they're working on their health and fitness. They're building new relationships with people from all over. They are reading something that's going to mentally prepare them and build them up. And they are recognizing other people or being recognized. Do you feel like that's going to make an impact in their life? I do. So I know that as a coach, whoever signs up as a coach, if they focus on the basics, they're going to create a lifestyle change that's going to be something that's priceless. So we need to just keep it simple and go back to the basics and focus on your business activity tracker. Also, keeping things consistent. That's probably one of the number one things that can really downfall in your business, is by not staying consistent in it, not staying consistent in those simple things. Because think of it as you are riding up, or you have an escalator that's going down, but you're running up it. So you're running and running and running. You can reach the top if you really want to, right? You can get up to that top. It doesn't go, but the minute that you stop, that escalator brings you all the way back down until you start going again. So it's like you're never going to get over that hump until you get up there. So that's the big part about staying consistent in your business. So staying consistent, posting out on your Facebook 3 to 5 times a day, staying consistent in your workouts and your Shakeology, staying consistent in your personal development. That was one thing in the beginning as a coach for me. I was like, oh, I'm so motivating. I don't need personal development. I keep myself motivated. And I stopped, and it really threw me for a loop. I felt lost. So staying consistent in those simple things, your business activity tracker. How many of you guys run like your business activity tracker? How many of you guys follow a business activity tracker? Any of you guys? Yeah? Okay. Oops. Let's go back here. So it begins and ends with Success Club, both you and your coaches. Success Club is something that we talk about over and over and over. It's this non-negotiable thing that, that we're like, hey, you hear Lindsay talking about it. You hear your upline talking about it. And for Success Club, sometimes we're like, oh, we got to hit this number. We got to hit Success Club 5. We got to hit Success Club 10. And I always bring out to my coaches, I'm like, listen, yes, this is a mile marker for it, but don't look at it as Success Club points. Look at it as lives that are being changed. Like, I focus on helping 5 new people a month. Why? Because if I can change people's lives and I can focus on finding a solution for them, for a problem that they're having, I feel like I'm doing my purpose that God placed me here. So Success Club should be a non-negotiable. If you want to grow your business, Success Club, you need to be hitting. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. It's just, you do it. And you know that there's an abundance of people out there that need help, that are looking for, well, they don't really look for help, right? That's why we reach out to them. If everyone was looking for help, our job would be completely easy, right? Be like, hey, I need your help. What? For real? Yeah. So that's why we reach out to people, because some people they know that they need help, but they're not really wanting to search for it, or they don't know where to go. So Success Club is over. If you look at the right side here, it says you hit Success Club, you build a team with coaches, you help them hit Success Club, and you do it over and over and over again. And you just keep repeating this cycle back and forth. So you're hitting Success Club. While you're hitting Success Club, you're bringing on people that you know, or people that you met, that are wanting to focus on their health and nutrition, who are signing up for a discount, or they're signing up to build as well to help other people. And you're helping them hit Success Club. And then you're just doing it again. Pretty simple, huh? That's all I have. Just kidding. I'm just kidding. So in the big letters, I really want to talk quickly about that. Don't feel guilty about giving this gift. You'll see a lot of coaches that come into this business and they're like, I don't want to feel salesy, or, I don't want to push them too much, or I don't want to do this. Okay. Number one, if you feel like you're selling things, your mindset isn't there, and you need to plug into personal development. Because for me, not only has my life completely transformed in a way that if I didn't become a coach, I don't even know where my life would be, and I don't want to know. I don't even want to think about the what if of that. I've seen people's lives change for the better. I mean, I don't think I've seen anybody that has hopped on to Beachbody as a coach that is like, this completely ruined my life. I just don't see that happening. I can't personally say I've heard of anybody say that, but all I'm saying is that I know that this is a life-changing business. If you focus on those vital behaviors, it will change your life for the better. And if you guys believe that, then you shouldn't feel guilty about giving this gift to somebody. Letting people know, if I was just talking with a coach that's on right now, and it was like, if people are telling me that they don't have the money for this, no, this is more reason for them to join this then. If you tell me that you don't have money for this, why not? What are you going to do then that's going to build up, that's going to build an income for you and your family? What are you going to do to progress more, to get out of debt? So unless you make a change now, nothing's going to happen, right? So this is more reason for you to join as a coach. Same if they don't have time. If you don't have time to work out for 30 minutes a day to build yourself up physically, emotionally, and financially, and help others do that, then where is your life going? Probably nowhere where you really want it to go, right? So don't feel guilty about giving this gift. If you are like, hey, I really don't want to ask people to join today, I'm just not going to do it. You need to get your mindset in check, and you need to plug into your personal development, because this is a gift. This isn't just something that's like, yes, we've got Success Club, or yes, I got a new coach. It's, hey, I just changed another person's life, and I'm going to do it over and over again. You're okay, buddy. All right. So building a team is fun. This is fun. This is such a fun part when we build a team with people. So something that you guys could start to do, maybe you do this now, or maybe this is something that you're like, hey, I'd like to do this, is make a 3 list at the start of each month. So number 1, you'll keep a list of the people of your challengers. If you know how to create this list, you can actually do it on your Facebook too. You can add people to a list. So you're like, okay, you add them to challengers. And then that way you know who all your challengers are. Next, the people who said no, people who you need to follow up with, because people that say no are just people that they didn't see the value in it right at this very moment. Whenever you have someone that says no, the biggest thing that I can recommend is asking them. And sometimes you're like, what? But asking them a question of, let me ask you this. I know that you said this isn't for you, and that's okay. But what was it that I didn't show enough value to you about this opportunity? Just so that the next person I can talk to, that they can see this value. Because to me, again, if they're not joining, I feel like they're missing out on a huge piece of life that can just completely transform. And then number 3 is you make a list of your prospects. So people that you think could use this gift or be great at helping others. Those are your prospect lists. So people that you will eventually reach out to. Maybe you just want to start a conversation with them, and you're not going to just go out and be like, hey, I think you would make, I don't know if this is something for you, but I think you'd make an amazing coach. You're so positive and uplifting, and I just feel like this would be great for you. So maybe it's you starting a conversation with them, asking them how life is going, asking them about how their occupation is going, or their family's going. And maybe you'll find out and hear, well, they really don't like their job, or they don't have enough time with their family. And that's just more reason than, hey, by the way, meaning to ask you, I build a team of people that like to help people achieve their goals. And, I know that you said that you really don't like your job, or you don't have enough time for your family. I don't know if this would be something that you'd be interested in, but if I provide you with a video, would you be willing to watch it? Again, so these are lists that you can keep. I have my business activity tracker. I have a list of future challengers, future coaches, new friends, and people that I need to follow up with. So I keep my list, because if you're not tracking, then you don't know what you're doing. All right. So posting 3 to 5 times per day. You guys probably hear this stuff over and over and over again, and you're like, okay, this is crazy. I hear this all the time. But the biggest thing about this is that it's true. You should be posting 3 to 5 times a day on your social media. And the reason why is because your Facebook is pretty much your outlet to your business. So think of it as like you're a reality TV show. Minus the drama part. We'll get rid of the drama part. There's a way to talk about your life and things that are going on, and how you're going to change it. So it's not that you can't talk about problems or issues or things that are going on in your life, but it's really how you portray it out on your social media. One of your posts per day should probably be about you and your workouts, right? I always post something about my workouts, usually because I want to show people that I just had a baby. That's no excuse. I'm going to do my workouts and I'm going to change my life. Another one should be about the business. And it's not being like, hey, I'm a coach from Team Beachbody. You need to join my team. Come join my team. Like, do it now. No, it's really just opening up about, you can leave breadcrumbs. This I have, it just shows a post about me opening up about our coach sneak peek. So it's just, hey, I've had many people ask me what the heck is coaching. My friends think I'm on Facebook all the time. My husband knows that my alarm goes off early each morning to work out. My mom knows I'm all about helping people and their physical and mental health. But what is it that we really do as coaches? I really didn't want to be a coach in the beginning. And this is, this is me telling them why, like, hey, I didn't want to be a coach in the beginning. I figured no one would listen to me because I was overweight. I thought my coach that I had, Lindsay, was insane because she's like, oh, you make a great coach. I'm like, dude, I'm like obese. Hello. Do you really think people are going to listen to some woman talk? Like, they're really going to listen to me telling them that they need to work out? And she's like, it's not about being perfect. It's not about you being at your goal. It's about you showing them that you're being the example and that you're going to continue to progress. And if it wasn't for coaching, I wouldn't have stayed as accountable as I was, because I'm like, well, I can't tell people to work out if I'm not doing it. So I better do it and I better show them. So it kind of all went hand in hand. But back to your social media posts. So one per day should be about the business. It could just be something like, hey, I get to go to my kids' conferences today, something that I used to miss all the time. But thanks to this, thanks to this business, I get to design my own life. So there's different ways that you can open up about the coaching. It could be this call that you're on. You could, be like, oh, I just got off a great call with our team. I'm really pumped and, excited about da-da-da-da-da. So there's so many ways that you can open up about it. Answer objections publicly. So when you guys get objections, if we hear ones, the biggest one is usually money. If you hear objections, write them down and use your social media as a platform to open up about those objections. So what I mean about that, like one of the days I got, it's called a jumble juice, and I went and picked it up. It was like $5.25 because I needed something quick because I was picking up kids and I was starving, and, I didn't want my milk supply to go down. I need to eat, and I didn't have enough, I picked something up because I thought I was going to be home sooner. So I made a post about that jumbo juice, and I'm just like, it's so funny because people tell me that they can't afford whatever. I could pull the post up. I can't remember exactly. But I was bringing up the price objection for Shakeology, because there's these people that will buy coffee every single day that are $5. They'll buy Monsters or energy drinks or Rockstars or whatever that are how expensive and completely unhealthy. But they're telling me that they can't afford something that can completely change their life, give them energy, and so just a point that I wanted to bring up. Share about the blessings of coaching, even if you're a new coach, what has coaching done for you already? What becoming a coach, has it helped you more accountable? One moment here. All right, sorry guys. Just wanted to grab something for the babies here. Okay, because this is real life. I get to do my coaching business with the blessing of my little itty baby crying. So share the blessings of coaching. Even the little things, if you make your first paycheck or you get your first challenger, those are something to be excited about. Like, wow, I just inspired a new life to create a change. Just things like that. Make your social media like a public sneak peek into coaching. Think about the things that you were scared of when you were getting ready to sign up as a coach. Like, what objections did you think of? Were you like, I can't afford this. This is crazy. I wouldn't make a great coach. What things caught you off guard? And talk about those on your social media. So it's not that you have to sit there and talk about Beachbody 24/7, but you're helping people see how, let's just say, how to let go of excuses. What are the most common misconceptions? Like, everyone thinks that they need to be at their goal. Everyone thinks that they need to be this perfect body. Like, they'll get, when you hear Beachbody, they think, well, I can't be a Beachbody coach because I don't have a Beachbody. I've heard that before. I'm like, what? Okay. So think of different things like that, and then putting out, like this post right here was all about, I've had a family to take care of. I was a busy mom. So I put, nothing like having your baby boy sit at your lap, gnawing your fingers while you create your slideshow for your Believe to Achieve team call. Who would have thought I could run a business with a family of 8 at home, a full schedule of kids' activities, and being involved in our church, and much more. #CoachLife. Like, I want people to understand, if I am a busy mother, and I hate the word busy, if I'm a productive mother, we're going to call it that, because busy does not equal productivity. But if you have a lot of things going on in your life, you can still run this business. And I want to show people that they can do that, because I want to pull people in to be like, this is what's going to free up your life. All right. So switch up your words. So on your social media, sometimes coach lingo can be intimidating when you're talking about challenge groups. Like, and I switched mine from challenge group to lifestyle journey, because sometimes people can be like, challenge group, I don't want to be challenged. So they can get scared by some of the words that we use. So it's really just picturing, really thinking about what you're posting out. And I'm not saying, okay, take an hour to figure out what you're going to post, because that's another thing. Like I said, you need to keep it simple, but sometimes switching up some of the words. So instead of a challenge group one month, try challenge group. Switch to, boot camp to me sounds intimidating. A lot of people love that though, but maybe that's who they're trying to reach out. Use support group, or use lifestyle journey, or something like that. Always say we or ours when we're referring to our goals. So we as a team, we're running this challenge group, or looking for, like, they know it's a bigger community than just you. Not saying, oh, I'm running a challenge group, I'm looking for people, 5 to 10 people. I'm running a team, or I'm running a call for my team. I never say my team. I'm like, our team, because this is our team. This is a team that we are together. So even though there's a team that I founded, which is called Believe to Achieve, it's our team. That's what I always say. I think it creates a more positive outlook on your social media platforms, and when you're speaking to people, because they just don't want to all of a sudden come in and it's like your thing. They want to be welcomed and a part of this. Use exciting words, exclamation points, and powerful words. So, just think about how, I remember when I was first a coach, and I was so excited about, after I tried to quit 10 times, I was so excited about building a team, and every little thing, every exciting thing I wanted to share about, because it was fun and exciting, and the things that I could see people's lives change. And so, you got to be you. If you like to use smiley faces and exclamation points and show people how excited you are, then do that. Be clear about your expectations of the people that you're searching for. So when you're reaching out for challengers, or you're reaching out for coaches, like, be clear. Are you looking, for me, when I'm reaching out to challengers, and you can kind of think of it as an avatar. If you've never heard that before, I'm sure you can search it up on YouTube, but they have you picture like what your ideal customer would be like. Like for me, I picture someone who's going to be in the ages of like 26 to 35. I picture a mom, mostly a single mother, just because for the majority of my journey, I was a single mom, and my goal was to be independent. So that's kind of what I reach out to is mothers who are looking for independency, that are looking for a freedom, that are looking to change their life for their kids, show them this healthy route and show them how hardworking they can be and what they can get by working hard. Like the hard work pays off. And if you're religious, you can bring it up to the Bible aspects. It talks about hard work and prosperity. So, and hasty shortcuts lead to poverty. So, I want to show my children, hey, I'm doing what it says. Like, this is what I live by. And that way they can see that and they can be inspired to do that too. Also be confident in who you are and what you can do. A lot of times we'll be like, I think some people get really afraid to bring on coaches because they don't have the confidence in themselves to, they don't think that they'll be able to help them grow. And for one, you can't help anybody grow. You can't do anything for anybody unless they want to do it. So I know that if I can give all the tools and I can give the resources and I can lead someone in a manner to be successful in this business, but it's not my choice what they do. If that helps you guys a lot, I will never be afraid to offer this opportunity to people because I'm confident that if they listen, if they plug themselves in, if they get serious about tracking their BAT, if they just focus on the 4 vital behaviors, they can be successful in this business. If they just achieve Success Club every single month, their business is going to grow. So I know that, and you guys need to believe that too. Even if you don't feel like you're as successful as you could be, or you're like, okay, I don't know if I am going to be successful with this. No, be confident because you can and you will. Onboarding for success. So help coaches get their first win. When you do have coaches, walk with them on, hey, this is what we do. Again, providing those resources and tools and everything. Letting them know about the calls. Really, we've got so many tools for how this can be done. There's also something that's going to be coming in our online office that's going to make it easier to help our coaches get started right. Have a get started right call. All of you guys should know what that is. All of you guys should have had a get started right call with your coaches, or with your upline and stuff. I just got done with kind of a get started right call, and she's on this call now. So that's, it's amazing. You want to get in touch with their why. When we have a powerful why, there's no excuse that's going to overpower that why. And you guys are going to grow and expand, and it's an amazing feeling. Talk about Success Club. The first goal that I tell my coaches are, hey, we need to focus on finding 3 to 5 people that is going to rock this journey with you, whether they are focusing on their health and nutrition or whether they want to run a business or do both at the same time. But you want to find 3 to 5 people and make Success Club a non-negotiable. Because for one, Success Club can happen. Yes, I've missed maybe a good 3 or 4 months over the 5 years that I've been a coach. And it sucked missing it. But I also let my mindset get to me on those months too. I should have plugged into more personal development. I should have believed that it can happen. But guess what? Every single month, I go for it. I'm like, you know what? There's an abundance of people. I know that I'm going to hit it because I know how many people need help. And I keep finding people and achieving Success Club each month. So it's a non-negotiable. If you really want to grow your business, you need to find new people that are going to run this business with you and going to focus on their health and nutrition and focus to be a better person. So that goal needs to be embedded in your new coach's head. The Success Club is a non-negotiable, and all it is finding 3 to 5 people that will change their life for the better. New coach trainings. So coach basics, upline coach trainings. There's always trainings going on. I tell my coaches to, I want it to be simple for them. I don't want them to be in 5 million different areas that they're not getting that power hour to focus on the action items. So they don't need to be overwhelmed. So don't all of a sudden you're in a diamond training and this training and that training. No, just focus on one and give your all to it. Walk through their first posts and conversations. When I was doing my mentorship groups, which I would like to start that next month again, I would go on their Facebooks when we would have our one-on-one calls, and I would walk them through their posts like, hey, this was really great. I loved this. What I would recommend is this, adding just this here or doing this. Also, like, we would go through their messages, and what we would do on their messages is we would walk through, okay, this is what you said. I would recommend to try this next time, because I know we can get so excited about offering this because it is an amazing thing that we start to blab a lot, or we start to be like, why aren't you seeing this? Because sometimes we want to like shake people like, I don't get it. But it's really the one thing that John Maxwell talks about is good leaders ask great questions. So if you are asking the right questions, you are going to get the right answers out, I should say. Maybe there's no right answers. I know I learned that in his book, but you're going to pull out things that you want to pull out by you asking good questions. So walk your coaches through them. Or if you feel like, okay, I'm not really sure what I need to be doing, like you're a newer coach, then talk to your upline and be like, hey, can you check out this one post that I just put out? Just give me some insight on it. Don't ever be afraid to ask for help. If this is what you want to do and this is where you want to go, then don't be afraid to ask for help. That's why we're here. We like to run with the runners, as we call it, and we walk with the walkers, and we crawl with the crawlers, and we're there for people who are standing still, and we let them know, hey, whenever you're ready to go, we're here for you. Create a Success Club culture. So saturate your team page with Success Club. I'm not going to talk too much on this just because, I don't know how many of you guys actually have team pages, but you guys will see that Lindsay does a great job of creating the Success Club culture. She sets out and encourages all these recognitions on the team page. You'll see it over and over. Why? Because being praised and being recognized just only pushes you further. Creating team-wide cups. This is something that we could start to do. I know that we've done little recognition or little team cups where there's like incentives and prizes and stuff like that, but they have to be within compliance. So that's one thing that, if you're like, hey, you know what, I think it'd be cool if we could do something like that, go to your upline, talk to them being like, hey, let's run a cup just ourselves and we'll make it like this, or we'll do this, because we can always, whatever can pump up more people to inspire more people and change more people's lives, that's what we're here for. Brainstorm together, encourage each other. Like if you see one of your fellow teammates and they're at Success Club 3 on the leadership board, pump them up, be like, hey, 2 more, but you know what, you can reach 10. Okay, find out what motivates your coaches. Again, I don't know how many of you guys have coaches, but let's talk about yourself in general. You need to find out what motivates you, and you need to let your coach know. And the reason why is because we are all motivated by different things. Some of us could be motivated. Danny Johnson will talk about it in GEMS. So that's why we encourage you guys taking assessment test. So doing the GEM test or the color test, or Josh Coates, he has a video that's 7 minutes long and it talks about animals. So there's a golden retriever, a peacock, an owl, and and a rhino. And they all mean different things. And when we know your personality and what motivates you, we know how we can continue to pump you up through the hard times of this business. So if you haven't taken one, I highly recommend taking one, so that you know, and you can let your coach know, so that way you guys can generate the circle of success. Again, if you haven't had a Get Started Right call, go to your upline about it. Once you start bringing on coaches, you will be running Get Started Right calls because we want to help our coaches get started right off the bat. Schedule calls after hitting goals. So if someone hits, Emerald, what's the next step? If someone hits Diamond, what's the next step? Or you hit something on the leadership ladder, or you hit your first Success Club. Like, hey, that's awesome. How are we going to take Success Club 5 to Success Club 10 this month? Or what are you going to keep doing to achieve that? So identify coaches who have not hit their goal yet. So what I mean by this is sometimes on our team pages, we keep seeing those that are like rocking the business, right? We see them, oh, they're at Success Club 15. They're at this. They're at da-da-da-da. Well, first off, put your blinders on. But what we need to do as leaders is recognize those that are making the effort and putting their time in. So if you've got, you've got coaches that have 1 point for the month, reaching out to them and messaging them and being like, hey, you've got 1 point. If you did that once, you can do it how many more times? You can accomplish this. Evaluate what they're doing. Maybe go with them through their post again, see what's going on, how you can help them, encourage them, and create fun incentives for them. It's, hey, you're at 3 points. I know that you can hit Success Club 5. I know you can find one more person to change their life. What do we need to do to get there, and what will motivate you to get there? So like day 15, you could reach out to those that have 1 to 4 points and be like, all right, you're so close to accomplishing this. Where are we going to go to next? Like, can you follow up with, 2 people or a couple people that we can go through on their messages? Okay. Always leading from the front. Now this is, again, I'm going to just run through these quickly. This is more leadership on this aspect, but this is what you guys need to do if you want to be great leaders for your teams that are up and coming, because I know all of you guys are looking to build teams. Consistently hitting Success Club and beyond. Again, Lindsay talks about it. Everyone is going to talk about hitting Success Club. It seriously is a non-negotiable. Make it a non-negotiable to hit Success Club. You have lives that are going to be changed, so go out and change them. Include yourself on leadership boards. Don't expect more from your coaches than what you do. So whatever I do in my business, I can't expect my coaches to do more than what I do, if that makes sense. So a question that you can ask yourself is, am I being the kind of coach I wish I had? So don't expect, or if you're sitting there asking, okay, did I do all the things that I need to do in order, or like for the coach that I want? So if that makes sense, if I had a video camera on me for the time that I work, am I doing the activities that need to be done for the coach that I want? And you'll probably sit there like, yeah, probably not, right? Not all the time. We're not perfect. But those are things to keep in your mind so that you can stay focused as well. Am I adding value, making things simple, and talking with confidence? I talk to my coaches with confidence. I know that I can help them achieve their goals if they just follow the simple basics and continue to work on themselves and grow. Another thing is stop following top coaches. Put your blinders on. You hear Lindsay say that all the time if you're in the Smash page. Put your blinders on. Put your blinders on. Why? Because we can get jealous, or we can see people that signed on at the same time that we did who are achieving this or doing that and this and that. And we get so focused and wrapped up on all the other coaches that we lose focus on what we need to be doing. So really put your blinders on. Be the change that you wish to see in your business. So the top 3 takeaways of this call is, number 1, keep it simple. This business is simple activities done over and over and over and over again on a consistent basis. That is what will grow you. Number 2, take action steps or action moments versus aha moments. You always hear people that are like, and this is what that's what I heard from Bonnie Engel, they're like, what's your aha moment? She's like, I don't even want to call it an aha moment, because if you have an aha moment, then, you know, it's not, you didn't do anything. So yeah, a light bulb could have went off, but what action did you take at that next step, that next moment? So think about that. Think about the actions that you need to take because this light bulb went off in your head that you want to accomplish this or you want to do this. And last but not least, put your blinders on. Don't compare or change everything that you do. Don't be like, oh, Anita Myron's doing this, or Lindsay Matway is doing this, or this person's doing this. I got to try this. I got to do this. Be you. But take pieces of advice with you. Like, wow, you know, like I kind of see how they tell their story or share their story. You know, they're not just like, I mean, you can take things and change how you perceive something, but it's not like, oh, they're doing this and that, and I got to do this and that. Be you. Don't compare. Don't change things that you're doing unless you feel that change needs to be made. So that is it that I have for you guys. You know, hopefully that was some good information for you guys. And, I appreciate you guys being on the call. It was a very quick thing. Like I said, you know, we thought that someone else might have been running the call, but we didn't hear anything. So I just wanted to make sure that you guys had something that you guys could take with you today, because, you know, this is our Smash team. We are going to rock this month. We're going to rock next month. Who's excited about it's not even called a Team Cup now. What is it? Team Spirit. So I'm excited for the Team Spirit, and I hope you guys are too. If you guys don't know how to get signed up on it, then just post in the team page. I'm sure we'll have it all in there. But I hope that I hope it helped you guys. Do you guys have any questions before I end the call? If you do, I mean, you can unmute yourself, or I can unmute you guys. You can post in the comments. Give it a couple minutes here, and then if not, then I will let you guys go and be productive for your guys' day. And I hope that you guys all have an amazing, wonderful rest of your week. So you guys have a good one. Bye.